Welcome back to Let's Heal. And those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Anamika and this is Let's Heal, a community for you and I to come together and talk about things that no one talks about, mental health being the most important. In today's video, I want to talk to you about some of the basic things that you and I can do to ensure that this time that we have grounded in our homes isn't wasted and is enjoyable at the very least. I understand that the reason why many of us are in social isolation or quarantine is not something that we can cherish or be proud of. I know that we would rather not have it and resume our everyday lives as they were going. But the sad reality is that it's not in our control. And right now, the best we can do is avoid social contact, stay at home, and take the basic hygienic precautionary steps to safeguard ourselves and other people from this pandemic. Pandemic, quarantine, social isolation, COVID-19, coronavirus. These are the words that have literally plagued the entire world in the last couple of few months. And especially the past few weeks, because the cases have been so rapidly increasing across different countries in the world. And the panic is unreal. I mean, there is this overflow of information which is causing a lot of fear in the general public. And while people are saying that immunity system is the key, a strong immunity will safeguard a lot of us from catching this virus, not many people are talking about how this very fear and panic and anxiety will compromise the immunity system. This is not anecdotal, this is not coming just from a personal experience. I'm talking about scientific research, I'm talking about what is written in the books of psychology. Negative emotions, stress, fear, anxiety, trauma, compromise and suppress our immunity system. They don't enhance it. Happiness, positive emotions, happy emotions, good mental health, it enhances the immunity system. So while you're taking the basic precautionary steps to maintain a good hygiene, while you're washing your hands 10 times a day or sanitizing them 15 times a day or avoiding social contact to not transmit the viruses to and fro, all of which we need to do, and I'm glad that people are doing that. What you also need to understand that you have to take care of this, your mental health, in order to ensure that you have a good and strong immunity system. This overflow of information from different media related platforms across different genres, they are somehow not helping us. I'll tell you why. Because there is this overflow of information, a lot of which is not even credible, is not authentic, is not real, and a lot of which we don't need, we can do without it. Most of these platforms, they thrive off your fear. They want you to be scared so that you consume more of this content. You increase their TRPs in their hits, and they make money off of you. And you shouldn't do that. They sensationalize everything because that's exactly how the system works, sadly. I'm not saying that all of them are unauthentic. I'm not saying that there is no credibility at all. I'm saying that you as a human being, as an individual, as a citizen, have to be smart and responsible enough to know whether you're consuming the information from a right source, from an authentic source, from a credible source or not. And honestly, you don't need to know so much either. You need to have the basic important awareness about what COVID-19 is. You need to know what coronavirus is. You need to know how you can safeguard yourself and those around you from it, by following the basic hygienic protocol and taking all of the precautionary measures. You have to stay indoors as much as possible, if possible. It should be a compulsion for everybody by now, but sadly it's not. So again, it's our responsibility to make sure that we are indoors and we are not coming in contact with people so much. And while you do all of that, you have to then also know when to cut the cord. Switch off the news channels, turn off the notifications of your social media platforms, whichever is giving you this overflux of information on coronavirus, because that is fear-mongering. That is creating a lot of panic, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety in a lot of people. People who already go through mental health issues and people who might not go through it otherwise but are now getting affected by it, right? People who already have anxiety and depression are getting all the more affected by it, and people who haven't struggled with mental health issues are also getting affected by this panic, because it is a game of survival and we are fighting a really big issue worldwide. But panic and anxiety and stress will only add to it. They'll only add to the problem, they'll not add to the solution. Because, as I said, mental health issues, negative emotions, I'm repeating, stress, depression, trauma, will suppress your immune system, they will suppress your endocrine system, they will suppress your central nervous system. This is suggested by research, not by me. They compromise all of these systems. Ask somebody who has an autoimmune disorder. They'll tell you that, most of us who suffer from an autoimmune disorder have a history of either traumas or depression or anxiety or stress or negative emotions, because they stem in the mind first and then they suppress your different systems, including immunity. And those people are more susceptible and vulnerable to coronavirus or any virus for that matter. People who have long-term stress or other mental health issues eventually start facing physical issues as well, because their immunity is compromised. Even cancer and TB for that matter affects people with low immunity more than it affects other people. So what I'm trying to say is that you cannot separate your body and mind. The two are connected. So when you're taking care of your health, as in physically, when you're making sure that your immunity is strong, you have to understand that you cannot forget this. So while washing your hands, sanitizing your hands, staying indoors, avoiding human contact, having a good diet, taking supplements is all important for you to enhance your immunity system and not catch coronavirus. Taking care of your mental health is as important. Not panicking, not stressing, not getting anxious is as much important. And I know it's easier said than done, because it's easier to wash your hands than to take care of your mind, because this is literally the most complicated shit out there. You have to understand that you can't not be stress-free right now. I know it sounds contradicting that the world is literally facing a pandemic and she's asking us to be stress-free, but trust me, that is one of the measures that we have to take. Take it for somebody who is not a happy person, who is usually stressed and anxious and depressed all the time. I understand how difficult it is, but I am trying my best to not let the panic get to me, because if this is not fine, this will not be fine either. So people who are trying to make you again more anxious than you need to be, or the information that you're consuming, the forwards that you're getting, the acquaintances, the relatives, the friends, the systems who are telling you that this is the time for you to panic, tell them that although panic is the, I would say, natural or by default reaction that we might give to this problem, to this demon, we have to understand that we have to be proactive, not reactive. We have to be aware and not be in panic. There's a difference. I am not asking you to be ignorant to the problem that you are facing. I'm asking you to be aware, to follow all of the precautions, and then let go. Because there's only so much you can control. You cannot anticipate the future entirely for what it is. All you can do is do your best. So yes, make people aware, make yourself aware, take all of the precautions. If you are countering any fake news, please counter it with authentic news and follow that. Read research articles, read interviews by the doctors, talk to professionals, and make yourself as aware as necessary for you to fight this. But after that, please draw a barrier that this pandemic, this coronavirus, this issue will not affect me beyond this point. I won't let it, because that will make you susceptible to catching it, because that will compromise your immune system and you cannot afford that. Also, people who are in social isolation or in quarantine, I know it's getting hard for you, because it's not easy to stay home, especially when you are in a habit to always be busy. There are so many things that you can do when you're at home. This is a golden chance for you to do the things that you've always wanted to do but didn't get time. I will make a video about this and I will put it in the I button and in the description link below. You can check it out, or you can just Google random things to do when you're at home and make the most of it. Because again, that is your way of coping with the problem and also ensuring that you are stress-free and happy and released and a little distracted from all of the panic, which will help you again build in your immunity and your fighting spirit better. And there's just one aspect which makes me all the more sad, apart from the fact that we literally don't have a cure for it. The fact that a lot of us are still not allowed to stay home. The system still hasn't ensured a complete curfew in a way. I know there are a lot of businesses and shops and work units which cannot be shut down because then the economy would collapse. But at least people in private jobs and universities and schools, teachers and all of the service going people, they can work from home. Yeah, come on. And if your company or your school or your university is not allowing you, I would request that you make unions, write letters, become a team, resist working, tell your bosses and your chiefs and the people in charge that you need to stay home. It's not a privilege anymore, it's a right, it's a necessity. Countries like Italy didn't take it seriously and look where they are right now. They didn't shut off their systems when there was time. And literally people from Italy are now confessing how lightly they took it and look where they are right now. So I think we shouldn't make the same mistakes. We should be proactive, we should be aware, and we should not panic or react. There's a difference, there's a thin line, there's a fine line. Let's ensure that. And let's take care of our mental health while we're taking care of our physical health, because both of them combined affect our immune system. I hope that you took out something helpful from this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up so that more people can watch it. It can get into the algorithm. Share it with people who you think can make use of it, and share in the comment section below how you are taking precautions and doing things that will help you fight this or prevent this virus to catching you, and also how you are taking care of your mental health. The more you people come out, the more people like me and others who are not, who are clueless, will understand what to do about this. Let's see as much yours as it's mine. So please feel free to comment and share it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on the further videos. I will upload that what to do things that when you're home video soon, and I will put the links on the I button and in the description. And I won't take much of your time now because I think I've rambled a lot, but I hope that the message was loud and clear. Mind and body are one. You cannot ignore one to prioritize other. It doesn't work that way. Take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health, take care of your immune system. I heal you, you heal me. Together we heal the world. Let's heal.